Appreciation August is on 1 week early at integrativemysticism.com. From now until the 31st of August 2020, enjoy 20% off all Scarlet Moon services, including gift certificates when you apply the codes on your screen. We are now also accepting tips and donations for those of you who've been requesting that for the last 7 years. You can now leave a tip or a donation at my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, Cancer. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days, and just a heads up for you, if you're interested in trying out a different type of reading, I just debuted an additional type of horoscope this last week, and it's the most personalized type of horoscope I could imagine ever being possible on a general YouTube platform in a general format, and it's actually a build your own spread horoscope. Now, it is going to be involved, so this is not something that you can just kind of like have going in the background. But what you do is you actually go through a guided clearing and selection process with me, and you build your own 5-card spread, and I read it for you. And it is attuned, the energies of the cards, they're charged, blessed, and shuffled to be attuned to the predominant energies of this week. And it's a great way to get a more individualized reading, again, while being on YouTube. So what is, you can check that out again. You can check that on my main channel page if you want. So anyway, what's going on when it comes to this week? Well, this week for you Cancerian people is all about merging things that have been kept in isolation and removing the boundaries of compartments or things that we've compartmentalized so that there can be integration into not only a more functional and an abundant whole, but also to allow these things to create new life for you in all areas. And the reason I'm saying it this way is because the Temperance card upright is talking about blending and merging parts of yourself, parts of your life, your social life, your family, your love life that you have kept in isolation. And, maybe it was practical in the past, but it's not necessarily something that we need to do now. Whatever our reasons were, those reasons have expired, because the Temperance card upright is indicating that there is going to be a need for blending and incorporation so that we can actually see where maybe a lot of things we've kept in isolation are not going to grow without blending with other areas in our life. And so it's a safe time to consider merging. It's a safe time to start considering, coming out about certain things, sharing certain bits of information, letting people mingle. When I see this card show up in this capacity, it's time to maybe share some things that we've not necessarily included friends in on, or put stuff out there that maybe we've been kind of keeping secret and guarding and defending for far too long. Or maybe it's time to start allowing aspects of our personal life and our public life to start actually integrating with one another, because you're going to see them both flourish and become better for it. So see what we probably need to stop keeping in isolation this week, because you're going to see tremendous incentive to do the opposite. As we get to the material concerns when it comes to friends and relatives and other people, not friends and relatives, goodness, I'm just jumping a card. When it comes to your material concerns, right? We're talking about work, your finances, your personal abundance. We've got the Page of Cups in reverse. And this is going to be a weird week when it comes to work and money, because you have this overall sense of kind of not necessarily boredom, but we're getting this feeling of disenchantment with something that is staying the same. I'm seeing, yes, opportunities, money coming through, assignments coming through, roles coming through for you. But with the Page of Cups reversed, it's sort of like you're receiving affection and praise and compliments for things that you're tired of doing. You don't want to do it anymore, and you're over it. And that can happen sometimes, right? It sucks when people try to put your professional life and your personal expression in a box and they don't want you to grow, right? But the thing is, with the Page of Cups reversed, it's also an opportunity for you to see, with that Temperance card upright, where you have an opportunity to actually start letting that be known. We have to correct the way people are actually communicating with us, because we might be feeling pigeonholed or limited when it comes to our growth. And the limitations, was about to say, is something that is only there because this aspect of ourselves has been kept in isolation. You're going to be finding that there are new roles and opportunities that you don't see, that are not being offered to you, because people might be lacked in their perception of what you're all about, or what your job's all about, or maybe what you can bring to the table. So you have to debut the new things. Now, with the Page of Cups reversed, some people might be taken aback, but that does not necessarily mean that that's a sign you shouldn't bother in the first place, because in a lot of cases with the Page of Cups reversed, you're going to find that the vast majority is going to back you on this. And, this is where you can kind of get out of a box, a limitation, whether it's self-imposed or peer pressure imposed. You don't have to hold on to it anymore. You'll still see abundance coming through, probably more, as well as your own love for your job, what you do, or what you would rather do, start to expand. As we get into your communications or your news, friends and family, your community card, you've got the Justice card upright. And there is an alliance being made this week with a friend or a relative that ultimately does become kind of an unofficial partner in path. And when I say partner in path, I do see you starting a new adventure, starting a new quest, starting a new project with a friend or a relative that is ultimately going to change the quality of life when it comes to both your respective households. This could be possibly a business idea, or maybe a joint effort to quell or overcome some kind of obstacle, maybe something that is going to actually seal a win for you when it comes to an ongoing conflict, ongoing debate, negotiation. And with the Justice card upright, a new alliance, or maybe an alliance that has expanded or evolved with a friend or a relative, not only secures a victory for you, but actually opens a completely new road to more. As we get on to your challenge, or your lesson that presents as a challenge, we do see the Hermit upright. And once again, we need to learn when it's not a good idea to be keeping things in isolation, when keeping things all locked up, keeping things hidden away. In fact, I've actually beat this topic to death, and it's so cut and dry. I don't know how much further we need to go with this one. But with the Hermit card, it does feel as though, that juxtaposed to the Temperance card, letting people in on what you're actually all about and what you're doing, becoming more public with it, letting the little things that you keep in the closet and up on the shelf out, is your challenge. Do it. When we come to your relationships and love and romance, we've got the Two of Pentacles upright. And this is going to be kind of an up and down, I feel, because you're going to be seeing multiple paths, or possibly even multiple partners show up that both resonate with you, if you are single and available, or if we're just looking at paths, multiple futures, multiple timelines. For those of you who are in established relationships, they resonate with both of you at the same time. And I think this could be, again, a result or a consequence of over-compartmentalization. The interesting thing about the Two of Pentacles upright, though, that I'm seeing is that for those of you who are in established relationships, there is a way to actually combine the futures, or the two timelines that we are looking at here with our relationship. There's a way for us and our partners to actually incorporate them to serve and work together. For those of you who are in existing relationships, there is actually good news here as well. I'm not existing relationships, we just did that. Sorry, I'm in like full-on higher self mode. So, but for those of you who are in a situation where you may be dating, or again, available to new people, you're going to find that both people are actually resonating with you, because what they're presenting on the outside and on the inside are just complementary opposites. One person will be presenting on the outside one thing that resonates with you, and the other one will as well. And then what they're going to be presenting on the inside, coming out later, is going to be what the other person is as well. So you just have to make a decision about exactly what you're all about. Again, you've compartmentalized too much, so the universe is maybe spoiling you for choice this week, but neither of them seem like bad answers. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.